chicken.
There we go.
Good start.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Oh, now there's a guy.
Alright, let's just make sure I don't hit this one. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that would not be good.
But yeah, I mean, do you know anything about anime?
Like, not really. I don't.
You're about the same level I am.
I watched DBZ when I was younger. I mean, no more than you.
I mean, you know more about DBZ than I do, but
yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, dude, I'm a DBZ scientist, bro.
But like,
I mean, I love the fuck out of that. I don't deny.
Let me name off the animes that I know.
Okay. Name me off the stuff you've watched.
All right.
We'll see who has watched more. All right.
All right.
Do it. Go.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing.
I've seen DBZ. I've seen Sailor Moon. Toonami, basically. You can list off anything Toonami. Gundam Wing, Rurouni Kenshin. Reboot, but I don't really consider that an anime.
Reboot is Canadian.
Huh?
Yeah, Canadian.
Yes, I wouldn't call it an anime. It's a cartoon, I guess.
Why'd you bring it up?
Well, because I said all the Toonami things.
Oh,
and
I was
on
because
Toonami.
you're like reboot. That's not an anime. Like, no, it isn't. Like, you couldn't even like begin to consider it.
I mean, anyway, it was on Toonami.
DBZ, Sailor Moon, Seinfeld. That's not really an anime though. Like, what? Fuck this. It's like not even similar.
But it is. It's a cartoon. It was on the same block of shows.
I didn't know you. Well, at
it's
first
not like
I didn't realize.
Seinfeld was on Toonami.
Well, at first I didn't realize you were just naming off Toonami shit. I thought you just said reboot. And I'm like, that's not Japanese, nor is it. I mean, it's not. That's not anime.
It's at least a cartoon. It's not live action. It's not completely dissimilar. Like, it's not 100%. There's comparisons to draw.
Seinfeld is a TV show.
All right,
as
see,
is.
I've proven my point. If you think that I think that reboot is an anime, then I'm not a weeb.
I just thought it was you being fucking
not
random. Just talking about reboot. I thought you just. I was like, why the fuck did he just say reboot? But anyways, okay. Anything else?
I'm trying to think of. I guess I watched Naruto, whatever. I've seen Inuyasha, I guess. It's on Adult Swim. That's about it. Yeah, I can't think of any others. No.
DBZ.
Okay.
Pokemon.
Oh, I guess I can.
Yeah. Babysit.
I'm sure you saw it.
Yeah, I believe I've seen it. That's it.
Not even Gundam or Rurouni Kenshin.
I've never watched I don't know what the second one is. I don't even know what that is. The first Gundam, I've never watched an episode of Gundam.
Okay.
I don't know what I can tell you anything about it. I don't know there's like 5 billion different Gundam series. I can't tell you any of them. Maybe there's Wing, is that one?
I mean, the fact that you know there's a myriad of them, I didn't know that. I mean,
Well, I just kept seeing like every time there was like, every time I see a reference to his a new fucking word after it, it'd be like Gundam, blank, whatever. I don't know, like, the fucking that shit is. I don't even know what what is the second thing you said? What was it?
Rurouni Kenshin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I don't know what the fuck that is. What is that?
It's like, I actually don't know.
You don't know what?
Jesse knows more about
It's
it.
like
than
a
I do.
samurai.
Is
it samurai? Redhead samurai guy?
I don't know. I may have not even seen an episode of it. I know the name of it, which I guess kind of counts. It's kind of like you and Gundam.
Yeah, I've never seen Naruto ever. So I think you lose.
Look at my weeaboo.
Look at your weeaboo.
Look at this. I'm such a weeaboo.
I maybe watched that. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. You're a weeaboo.
That's it.
That's it. That was one of. That was.
All right. How about you, Kyle? How many can you list off that you've seen?
Fist of the North Star, Dragon Ball Z, MacGyver, which, almost everything is between the mid-80s to the late 90s, so I don't know much after that. I don't keep up with anime.
I don't know much after that. You've seen Transformers?
No, that's not anime.
Yeah.
It's American produced.
Yeah, it's like Thundercats.
It's like reboot.
It's like a reboot, dude. Because Thundercats sort of looks like anime, but it isn't.
Like, I don't like to watch the shows that much. I like to watch the movies. There's like all the Studio Ghibli stuff I love.
And I've seen Redline.
Redline's great.
Jeez.
I mean, I play Japanese games.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
Obviously,
I
you do. Do
But-
you?
I mean, like JRPGs, or are you talking about just like Nintendo made games?
Well, I mean, anything
Nintendo's
Nintendo
Japan.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. Like, you told me that, like, I didn't know.
No, I'm just saying, like, I was seeing whether
What?
we were classifying that as.
Well, if it's made in Japan, I guess, and it's
I mean,
Japanese.
they're
I mean,
all
I guess it's-
Nintendo games are made in Japan.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like,
Like, all Sony games are pretty.
I don't know if, like, you're a weeaboo if you watch, like, fucking Kurosawa films or anything, you know, like, it's not Kurosawa.
I don't know who Kurosawa is.
It's pretty lame. He made, like, he's, like, the most famous Japanese director.
Of what? Movies?
Yeah.
Movies.
Director of photography.
Kurosawa.
Kurosawa.
What did he do?
They did, like, Ryan.
Ron?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
What? I've never heard of that.
Well, they're fucking Japanese movies. They're not like anything super. You can ask Gordon about them. Gordon likes Kurosawa.
So Gordon's a weeaboo.
No. Well, Gordon was actually born in Japan.
So he's a weeaboo.
So, well,
he's a white man.
No,
who
he's
thinks
actually Japanese, obviously.
He's a white man who thinks he's Japanese.
Well, he just likes Kurosawa and Godzilla. I wouldn't say he's.
He likes comic books.
That's not fucking. He likes reboot. I don't even know.
Does he like reboot comic books?
I would say if you like comic books and you like reboot, you're probably a weeaboo. I would say.
So you're
Not the manga, but just comic books. Just those. Like I say, I like Godzilla. I like Godzilla.
He's okay.
He's okay. He's telling me about Kurosawa. Kurosawa, did he do Seven
I
Samurai?
believe he did.
Did he?
Think
That's
so.
probably the most famous thing.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Seven
I've
Samurai.
never seen it.
Yeah. It's based on Magnificent Seven, or Magnificent Seven is based on Seven Samurai. So I was like, that one popped in my head, but I wasn't totally sure if that was it. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to. Like, what I'm trying to get at though is that Nintendo games aren't like. If it was made Nintendo, it's not necessarily like super Japanese, I guess. Whereas like maybe a JRPG would be. I mean, the name is in it. It's a very, just like I said, like what's Seven Samurai. It's different than watching anime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, would you call Tomodachi Collection, that game that I play, would you call that like a Japanese game?
That's very Japanese.
I mean,
it's like
then
obscenely Japanese.
I love those sorts of games. I don't like JRPGs for whatever reason.
Well, JRPGs are very, to me, very anime-like in their structure a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a similar storytelling method between the two. A bad storytelling method, I guess. But yeah, it's not like Zelda isn't like, oh my god, this game's so fucking Japanese or anything.
No. But what about Animal Crossing? That's a pretty.
I wouldn't consider that.
I would consider all that very Nintendo. They almost have a very global.
I like Nintendo games because there's a certain Japanese weirdness that's in
like,
them. It's not like, oh my god, there's so much, but there's just like little things where I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. You know, like the guy in Wind Waker goes, or what was the other thing you're talking about? There's something in Zelda that's fucking, like, that's sort of weird.
Toilet Hand Man?
Yeah, Toilet Hand is very, like what the fuck? Like, there's something that wouldn't make it into a Western game. Western games are very serious.
Yeah.
They don't look like it's not weird or whatever. Tingle is very Japanese. It's sort of this weird character.
Tingle's Rosie Rebellion.
Yeah. So I like them because they're fun. They're kind of weird, or whatever. But they're not like super Japanese. Like, and not all JRPGs. I really like Golden Sun, but I wasn't like, God, this is so Japanese. I mean, it really wasn't.
Like Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem's not really Japanese. I mean, it is, but it's not like holy shit.
But see, like, the same thing with Tomodachi Collection. I mean, it's a very wacky. It's got that Japanese humor sense to it, but aside from that, it's pretty much just The Sims. I mean, it's really not.
Right, yeah, but it just seems so much Japanese weirdness that it's very Japanese. Like, you can have hints of it, but some games like that are just all Japanese. Like, the game is fucking Japanese weirdness.
Yeah.
Because the Japanese are fucking weirdos, as we all know.
As we all
As
know.
we all
know them.
We know them.
We have intimate knowledge of Japanese people and their culture.
Yeah.
Which is why we're all weirdos. Because you agreed
You're
with me.
fucking weirdos.
You just agreed with me.
And no, that's okay. You be weirdos. It's okay. Not a big deal. I know that Shigeru Miyamoto plays a banjo.
He does. He likes playing banjo.
Because he doesn't play games. He just gardens and plays banjo.
I wonder when he's gonna make a game about him playing banjo.
Oh, yeah, he already made a game about him gardening.
It's Wii Music did.
Oh yeah.
Wii Music and Electroplankton.
What
Did he?
Yeah, did he do?
Work on which one?
Maybe. Wii Music though, it's a better one. It's official.
So I thought that was like he took up learning guitar and he went and make a game out of it. So he worked on Wii Music.
Wasn't that just a noisemaker?
Yeah.
It's a great game.
I don't know about that.
Remember that time we played at your house at like 2 in the morning?
I'll never forget, but I don't want to experience that again.
I do. I'd like to see Drunk Frank experience
Yeah,
that.
yes, I would like to see Drunk Frank play Wii Music. That would be something special.
It's something special.
Because I guess he was gardening and was like observing ants, and that's where Pikmin came from. I guess that's all he does. He gardens and
When
banjos.
he's a kid, he went to caves on his own.
Yeah, that's
without
that
parents.
Zelda.
And he met an old man in there. He said, "Take this sword."
That happened.
Yeah, I don't know where that inspiration came from.
Well, like we just know. I think we've looked into the life of Shigeru.
I mean,
We know of his
it's highly
story.
publicized.
Yeah.
Like those
Well, I
sorts of
mean,
stories are like folk tales.
I like that you can actually take like Shigeru Miyamoto, like always just a dude who designs games, but he's like,
He's the dude that designs.
well, yeah, I
games.
mean he's
like that's how he's presented, which is weird.
well, he's like the Stanley Kubrick of game design. You know, it's like a fucking deal. Like people care though, like he's an artist or something. It's he is. It's nice to stop, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
'Cause no one cares about video games.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
like 10 years. Give it 10 years. People will give a fuck.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good to see you, KJ. Productive day.
I will see you gents at the Eagles Nest meeting.
Next meeting.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Go catch you guys later.
Take care, KJ.
Take care.
Alright.
Oh man, that snake.
I know you're closer to the
Closer
the
to
action
it.
zone.
If I like open this up, will it jump out and bite me in the neck?
I've opened it multiple times. It
Kinda-
hasn't jumped out and bit me at the neck.
What kind of snake was it?
I actually don't know.
Oh,
It
man,
had a diamond pattern. Diamondback.
that doesn't sound good at all. It just doesn't sound good.
You have nothing to fear.
Except a snake, potentially. A giant snake in the hood of your car.
Giant snake.
Maybe this car's like slowly turning into a snake. Like all the pipes and stuff. That's like it's morphing into a snake.
So this is like a rhinosaur or a snakeosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Like Megazord, but remember he had like animal parts.
I've never watched any Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
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 Power Rangers.
No, I haven't seen any Power Rangers ever. I feel like I would enjoy. I like the idea of it, but I just can't get it. I mean, of course I can't get into it. I'm 22 years old, but even as a kid, I couldn't get into
It's
it.
not going to stop me. I'm 22 years old. And I just can't. My age limits me from getting into Power Rangers. It's impossible. Can't happen.
Like, I like the idea of it. I like all the different monsters and stuff they fight. Like, honestly, there's this game on Kickstarter that sounds kind of cool. It's like a manager, like you manage a team of Power Ranger style people. That's kind of cool, I guess. But anyway, you were gonna say something. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's like kaiju battles, Godzilla and everything.
Yeah,
That's really what it is.
I love kaiju though. I don't know. Like, I love the giant rubber suit monster stuff.
I mean, early Power Rangers is what that is. Over the top explosions and whoa,
Yeah.
stumbling kaiju monsters. Whatever.
I don't get it then. I don't know why I can't get into Power Rangers.
I mean, you didn't grow up with it, and that's one of the big things with a thing like that. Like you know Transformers because you grew up with it.
Yeah.
I know Star Trek because I grew up with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't interest you all that much, I presume. Star Trek's not like
If I had the time, I'd love to watch the original series, but I don't like the movies. The new movies, that is, the J.J. Abrams ones.
Not neither. I always remember Balgo like getting pissed off. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. He did. He would get pissed off at you too. I forgot about that.
They still do. Like, sometimes Matt tells me, like, him and KJ bring up how my big nitpick with the first Star Trek movie that J.J. Abrams did, that ridiculous ice planet scene. And, like, they say they spend hours just making other nitpicks just to prove me wrong on how that's not a good nitpick or whatever. I don't know.
But
just
it's
so
still
strange.
valid. Like that ice planet still is pretty silly. I know. I think I had a different big nitpick for me. Like the whole Spock thing just bothers me.
Oh, just that he's there.
Like he doesn't need to be there. Like that's my whole thing. Like yeah, okay, whatever. Star Trek's known for doing alternative timeline stuff,
Yeah.
but he really didn't need to be there.
Not really, just there to please fans, I guess, make them excited.
And it's like, okay, this was the other thing that bothered me. Have you seen the new one?
Yeah.
Darkness.
Couldn't stand it.
That one, I liked it better in terms of the fact that it was getting more and more like, okay, this is its own thing now.
Yeah.
My big problem with it, like, okay, once you establish an alternate timeline, which is what the first movie did.
Yeah.
The second movie just continued on, like, okay, this is how the alternate timeline works. We're using, because it's an alternate timeline, we're going to use familiar characters, but they're going to work differently.
Yeah.
Everything like that is okay with me. But then they had to put Spock back in it
And
and ruin the entire movie.
yes, exactly.
In a 5-minute clip.
Yeah.
It was actually, I'm impressed at how it's very good. Very good work ruining an entire movie with a 5-minute clip of Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'm not sure how you can accomplish that, but
Yeah,
they did.
that was so bad. Just
I'm not. I told you I wasn't supposed to tell you about those things. The future. I can't tell you. But in this case, it's Khan. So yeah, you gotta watch out for that guy.
I feel like it would have been so much better if it wasn't Khan. Like, why did it have to be Khan? I didn't. Yeah.
But as I said, as it is an alternative timeline, they like to reuse familiar faces and then like make slight tweaks to them, which they did. Because it's a lot of the people are like, "Oh, this isn't the real Khan." Well, not. Of course not. It's an alternative timeline. If they're establishing it as an alternative timeline, which they did with the first movie,
Right.
I can willingly step back and accept. Okay, like, but I do agree they didn't have to use Khan.
But I have a few other nitpicks with that.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't have any investment in the original Star Trek. I don't know. I've never seen Wrath of Khan or anything like that. But wasn't Khan like, he was a Spanish guy playing an Indian guy, right? The original actor?
Kinda, yeah. He was Ricardo Montalban playing an Indian-esque kind of character.
So he's supposed to be sort of Indian in nationality. So why is he a British white guy in the remake? What in the new timeline calls him to become a British white guy? I don't understand that. How did?
Do you know anything about the backstory of Khan?
No.
He is a genetically created. He's a genetically superior person. He's a genetically There's a time during this alternative future,
Right.
where it was a eugenics. Like people were on a eugenics
Right.
kick,
Okay.
and were trying to make their babies the most perfect babies.
Right.
And what happened is they created like a super race of humans.
Right. I sort of got that from the movie. So you're saying that in this alternate timeline, something would have, sparked them to make him a different race or something.
Like the fact that he's genetically created, like he was born properly, but they mess with genetics. It actually, the character Khan, it doesn't matter what nationality he is, as long as you fit the story to his nationality.
Right.
Which they didn't really. They didn't actually, like you said, you didn't get why was he a British white guy. They didn't say anything.
Yeah.
The original Khan, like it was like Indian-esque background story.
So when was he like created then? Like, would he have been created before Spock came?
Yes.
Then that doesn't make sense then. If he was created before Spock, unless he can change his genetics after the fact that he's created, then I guess I can see how it would have happened.
Well, no. The Spock that's in this timeline is the original Spock. Like original timeline Spock.
Right. That's what I'm asking. Like, so
he came into a new timeline. So once he came into this new timeline, everything was different.
Yeah, I see. I always thought it was just the fact that him coming into the new timelines would cause everything to be different. But I guess I assume.
I mean,
I guess
that's possible.
I don't know.
They haven't really explained this alternate timeline enough yet. But I'm presuming the opposite, where it's just he came into it and right when he did, everything's just different.
Yeah, that makes more sense. It's a lot easier to explain, actually.
I mean, I'm going with the easy route. I'm giving the people who made the movie, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt in this case. They're probably going to do something stupid like that. Like, oh, he came in and that's what changed and everything made it different. And then it's going to be kind of tough to explain things like, why is he different?
Yeah, that's a lot easier to deal with, to be honest.
Like, I'm doing that because they haven't explained it, so it's like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, that solves one of my big nitpicks with the movie. I still didn't care for it. There's a lot of stuff.
I mean, he's
within the movie itself. He was great.
He's a great actor.
As a character.
Really good.
I just think the story was poorly written.
My favorite part of the movie was the recreation of like an away mission feel when they were on that volcano.
Oh, very beginning?
Yeah, that was
great.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Honestly, I really liked the movie up until he said he was Khan, and then it just like slowly chipped away at its integrity for me. But I was like, oh, this is much better than the first one. I'm Khan, which I knew he was Khan. I heard about it, but then Spock shows up, and then the movie just starts contradicting itself. Like, how are they supposed to launch a missile if human beings were taking up the fuel tanks of the missiles and stuff like that? Like, I don't understand.
I mean, they probably got around it with some sort of techno-babble or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's silly. The story's pretty different from the original Khan story.
Right.
So
I still want to see it. I've always, like...
if you're going to see one of the movies, do see the Khan movie at least.
Like, because you can watch that one without having any investment in the show or the other movies, right?
You can, but some of the backstory will be lost on you. There's an episode episode or two, I think, of the original series, where he meets Khan for the first time, and then the movie takes place after that.
Right. It takes place several years, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're all a lot older.
Yeah, they're much older. But I mean, you don't have to see those episodes to appreciate the movie. You might get more out of it.
Right. If I had more time, I'd get into it. It's a shame. I wish.
So that's my thing. Like, that's just what I grew up watching. So that's how I know all of this stuff. about it.
Papa John's. Who's hungry? Papa John's has the
I'm
answer.
hungry.
I'm pretty hungry too.
Hope John has the answer.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to eat. I'm kind of like Frank, and I'm like, I don't really want to buy more food.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be like 10 o'clock by the time I get back
Yeah.
home.
I don't know. I'll fix me something when I get home, I guess. It's a good weekend though.
So. It was very productive.
It's like the old days. Lake house almost.
Yeah, I mean, it had a good dynamic. And it goes to show we can actually kind of arrange ourselves,
Yeah.
organize ourselves somewhat. It was some fun.
Yeah, I mean that was probably the best game of Fortune streak we ever had, to be honest. Just
That
like
was amazing.
the first half was just pure
The second
insanity.
half was great too.
Huh?
I was just saying second half was great too, but
Oh yes, as I was saying, like the first half was just pure insanity with the drunkenness, and then the second half just turned into this really intense death match.
like this is our game now. What happened? I was just like, hey, I picked it up because I got it on the deal, and I think you were like, hey, yeah, let's try it out.
Yeah, I was like, I really want to try this out.
And then I always ask around to see what the people are interested in. KJ's usually like the only other person that's
Yeah.
like, whatever the game is, he'll try it out with us.
Yeah, and Frank just, yeah, sure, I'll try it out. And we're like, oh my god, why are we playing this? And then after the fact, KJ was like, I feel like this would be pretty interesting if we had a different board. So we played it with a different board, and we're like, oh, why are we doing it? It was the stupid Sunshine board.
Oh man.
And we were like, oh, well, maybe it'd be better if we put the stocks on. Like, turn the stocks mode on. And we
Yeah.
did that at my house because we had a ton of time to kill.
E3. Oh yeah.
So was this our fourth or fifth game?
Fourth at least, fifth maybe.
It's amazing.
I like that it did. It was a 12-hour game, and I'm pretty sure we at least played for 6 to 7 hours.
Yes, I'm guarantee you that we did. We've probably played about a day's worth of that game.
Oh, I'd say more.
Yeah. It's amazing. And now it's part of my collection. I can't wait to play it by myself.
I'll see. I guess I probably won't actually.
Oh, my mom has a football game. That's why she's not here.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, I'll see you later.
All right, well,
thanks for the ride.
Yeah, tell your mom good. Well, whenever she comes back, I hope she won. I hope she wasn't she didn't get injured.
All right, let me get my stuff really quick.
You need any help?
No. All right. Yes.
You're like, all right, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I'll see you later. So.
See you, man.
Take
Take care.